Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bubesi Mphathi Yomhlaba. Yeah, the conqueror, which means the conqueror of earth. Good morning to all of y'all. I hope everybody's doing well from wherever you are worldwide. I hope you guys are taking good care of yourselves. I hope you guys are working hard. I hope you guys are adding meaningful value to your loved ones. And I hope you guys are taking care of one another and being good to each other. Always practice kindness. Always practice kindness. Welcome to Athlete's Voice. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to share and subscribe. Welcome to Athlete's Voice, man. Join the sporting community, man. Sporting enthusiasts like myself, everybody, please join the community. Recommend this to your friends. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also comment and mention your own analysis and your own predictions, man. So, it has been a long international break. There was no La Liga action, no Premier League action, no PSL action, no Serie A action, no Bundesliga action after a long international break. We did see great results here and there, nothing shocking, to be honest with you. The only shock was that Brazil in the international break didn't win any game. They drew their first game against Venezuela, and they lost their second game to Uruguay, away to Uruguay. So it wasn't a great break for the Brazilians, the five-time world champions. But we do know with all the quality that they have in their side, they will bounce back eventually. And from some reports from that game, we did see Neymar, their talisman Neymar, limping off the field due to injury. It hasn't been yet confirmed how long he will be out, but it is said that he suffered a hamstring injury. And it's just one of those times, where, Neymar has been struggling with injuries for a long time. The last time we saw him in action was the game between PSG and Bayern Munich. I think that was his last game, at club level for the Parisians. He had to limp off with injury. So that was the last time we really saw him in action. And he has gone on to move to Al Hilal in the Saudi Pro League. So we haven't seen much of him yet. We've only seen him at Brazil, to be honest. We saw him break the record of being Brazil's all-time leading goal scorer in the previous matches against Bolivia. So, yeah, Neymar, we wish him a speedy recovery. Speedy recovery, Neymar. With that all being said, we go into La Liga. We saw a game take place between Osasuna and Granada at La Pamplona. That game resulting in a 2-0 victory for Osasuna, thanks to a brace by Croatian forward Ante Budimir, former Mallorca talisman, of course, who has gone on to move on to Osasuna. We know with Osasuna, they are continuing with great momentum from last season, as they made it all the way to the final of the Copa del Rey, the Spanish Cup, only to lose out to eventual winners Real Madrid. So Osasuna are having a pretty decent start to the season. This win against Granada takes them to 9th position on the La Liga table. Takes them to 9th position. So Osasuna are definitely really continuing from the momentum, building on from that momentum, and you can see it in their performances so far this season. Yes, it has been an up and down start to their season, but for considering where they languish, for a team that was just not so long ago playing in the second division of Spanish football, they are really doing well. They are having a pretty decent season, building up from that momentum, like I said, from last season, after almost clinching silverware by winning the Copa del Rey title, when they eventually lost to 2-0 to eventual winners Real Madrid. So Ante Budimir scored with either feet. He scored with his left foot in the 11th minute to give Osasuna the lead. And then he doubled the lead for Osasuna 14 minutes into the second half from the penalty spot. What does this defeat? This win, obviously, like I said earlier, it sees Osasuna going to 9th position. But what does this defeat mean for Granada? Granada's woeful start to the season does continue, indeed, because Granada are winless in their last 7 games. They are winners in their last 7 games. They're yet to win a single game, you know. So they are now winless in their last 7 games. They came close against Barcelona last time in that 2-2 draw. You know, they had a 2-0 lead and they blew it. You understand? They blew a 2-goal lead against Blaugrana. They were close, but unfortunately, you know, coming close doesn't really matter. In football, doesn't really count. You need to get those wins. Because now, Granada is languishing in 19th position. They're flirting with danger. They're flirting with danger. Serious danger. You understand? Also, Almeria, another team that has been flirting with serious danger is Almeria. Also, Almeria has got 1 victory so far this season. They came close against Granada. Against Granada, when Luis Suarez scored a hat-trick against his former team. The Colombian striker is now injured. He's currently injured. We hope to see him back very soon. Apparently, he'll only return like in a few months' time. So it's a long-term injury. But we hope Almeria will be able to find another talisman who can actually lead them out of relegation. Help them to survive in the top flight of Spanish football. So Granada, winless in their last 7 games. They're trading with danger. They're trading with danger. Flirting with serious danger. Also in this game, it's worth noting that, remember, Osasuna were close. They could have won the game 3-0. They were close to scoring a 3rd goal. It was just ruled out for offside by VAR. Raul Garcia netting the 3rd goal in stoppage time, only for the goal to be ruled out by VAR. They could have had a 3rd. Could have been a whitewash, a complete whitewash, but 2-0 is a decent score, and congratulations to Osasuna. Hopefully they can keep up with the momentum, and Ante Budimir is their top goal scorer for the season so far with 4 goals. He already has got 4 goals to his name in the league so far this season. The Croatian striker, Ante Budimir. Yeah, he helped. Bear in mind, remember he did help Mallorca secure promotion to La Liga a few seasons ago. He was very instrumental in that Mallorca side, so he is a quality striker. When needed, he does. He does what he's supposed to do for the team. He helps the team. Congrats, Ante Budimir, man of the match. Cheers, man. Also worth noting was the fact that Granada were without Israeli striker Sean Weissman. Remember Sean Weissman, the Granada management were fearful of the fact that he was going to receive a hostile reception from the Osasuna fans, as they were left angered by his comments on social media with regards to the political upheaval that's taking place between Israel and the Palestinians. Remember also understanding the fact that Sean Weissman is Israel by nationality. So a lot of Osasuna supporters were very angered by his comments on social media. So obviously he had to be left out from the squad. And remember, the Granada management were fearful of his safety. So therefore he couldn't feature in yesterday's game for Granada against Osasuna. As well as it's worth noting that also coming into this one, Sean Weissman, remember, was signed recently from Real Valladolid. Real Valladolid. After he was bought permanently. Remember, he joined Granada on loan in January this year. And he did very well. He helped the team secure promotion back to La Liga. And then he was just signed on a permanent basis. So, remember, he's a great striker. At Real Valladolid, he scored about 27 goals in 85 appearances. So, he does have a great scoring record. He hasn't yet hit the ground running for the season, as he has only featured twice and he's yet to score. He did also feature in that 2-2 draw against Barcelona. So, perhaps, yeah, he still has more to prove. We just hope that, politics doesn't kind of mess up with football, although it does tend to have a massive influence on football, but we just hope that the politics doesn't actually influence his performance, doesn't in a negative manner. We just hope that he will get the goals, for the much needed goals that Granada need in order for them not to succumb to relegation once again. You know, remember they were also reduced to 10 men, 40 minutes. They were reduced to 10 men in the 76th minute as Lucas Boyer was sent off after a VAR review. So I think Granada being limited to 10 men, it didn't really help their cause in terms of getting back into their game. So, it's a matter, it's that type of season for them. Lack of discipline at the back, conceding too many goals, the lack of emotional intelligence as well from the players, not really getting clear goal scoring opportunities, not really combining effectively in the midfield. Because remember, if you come second best in your midfield, then you'll never win a game of football. You're always bound to lose a game of football. So those are one of the things that Granada really need to work on going into the next fixtures. Remember now, after this win, Osasuna take on Real Betis on the 29th of October. They travel to Real Betis. And then the following day, Granada take on Villarreal, who have also had a woeful start to the season. They've also not the Villarreal that you really expect, that you often know very well that is capable of really pulling some great results. They haven't really hit the ground running. So hopefully this is an opportunity for both teams, both Granada and Villarreal. Remember, Granada will be playing at home to Villarreal, so hopefully they can get a result out of that game. You understand? Yeah, we're going to move to all the other leagues soon right now. And this is like just a touch on yesterday's game. We will be in touch soon with other La Liga, fixtures that are taking place today. Cheers, man.